wearing the wrong hat in the 1920's. Alright? It pleases me to know that 100 some years later, we're still killing people because they wore the wrong shit. Fucking idiots.
The older I get, the less regard I have for the social code, the made-up rules one has to follow to ensure they aren't considered weird or rude or autistic or any of the other things I am frequently considered. Fashion has to be one of the most arbitrary facets.
Yes, my mentality in most of life is fuck it, fuck you. I don't care. You don't pay my bills. I do what I want.
Of the social code. Why are you making fun?
Unless you pay me, then I do what I told. I do what I told, sir. I do what I told, master. You pay me, I do what I told.
Me for wearing shorts outside summer. Let's see who's laughing when it rains and you're stuck with wet fabric clinging to your legs for the rest of the day. God, maybe I am autistic. But I think history backs me up here. A cursory glance at the past reveals this really is just all baseless monkey business, and taking it seriously is the mark of the true freak. Ancient Romans thought trousers were ridiculous. Tell me how many pants you've got in your wardrobe versus togas. If you dressed like an elite from the 18th century, your next fashion statement would probably be a boot in the hole. These were the sexiest people to exist in the year 2001. So believe me when I tell you.
That's a lot of white. That was a lot of whiteness in one picture. Fucking everything, damn it.
That wearing the wrong type of hat in New York City 100 years ago could get you hospitalized. I am, of course, talking about...
I'm pretty sure I could do the same right now, 100 years later, 106 years later, bro. I'm 100% sure. Motherfucker wore the wrong hat. He wore the wrong color. Fuck. Fucking beating your ass up over stupid shit.
The Straw Hat Riot of 1922, where there was literally a riot over the hats people had on their heads. If you think that sounds crazy today, I am about to change your whole way of thinking. In the 19th century, the straw hat started to come to prominence as summery menswear in the United States. An example would be the boater, which got its name from its widespread appearance at summer boating events. Initially, it was considered distasteful to wear these in the city. That's sort of funny, isn't it? But consider the modern woman dressed for the races. Wouldn't that be an unusual outfit outside that context? By the early 20th century, straw boaters did become acceptable city wear during the summer, but there were still some unwritten rules that somehow developed around them. Customarily, May 15th was Straw Hat Day, which marked the start of straw hat season, during which many men would wear the lightweight, summery straw hat. September 15th was...
That just sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Felt Hat Day, which marked the end of the straw hat season. Put away that straw hat and start wearing your heavier felt or silk hat for the cold. Even if it was still hot out, it was considered laughable to keep wearing your straw hat after the 15th, and newspapers would remind readers...
Is that like wearing white after Labor Day or some shit?
...to change their hats to avoid embarrassment. How quaint. Yes, but tell me, at what point does leaving your Christmas decorations up go from being unfashionable to genuinely...
Bro, one, I don't like decorating for holidays. It's just pointless. You're going to take it back down. But the ones that piss me off are the ones that leave it all year round. That annoys the shit out of me, bro. Just take it down, put it back up next year if you're going to keep doing that shit. But you're going to leave it around all year round, you just... It's trash, bro. You look trashy. Yes, I'm judging.
Repugnant. Nowhere were these traditions more evident than on Wall Street, where stockbrokers would playfully accost their pals with out-of-season hats and stomp them on the ground. Stockbrokers destroying straw hats became somewhat of a ritual that signaled the end of summer. How silly.
I'd get in so many fights, bro. You just snatched my shit off of me, bro, and stomped on it. I don't care, you my friend and you playing, dude. Nah, you buy me another fucking hat. You buying me in a brand new whatever you just stomped on the ground. Where you getting the hands? Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, but, well, I can't really think of a good modern analog for that, but we had to wear uniforms when I was in school, which consisted of slacks, shirt, tie and jumper. You'd forgo the jumper when it got hot during summer, but this left you vulnerable to having your shirt pocket ripped off, which was so common that it was rare to see any of the lads with shirt pockets. Some of us were legally adults at this point in our lives. Similarly, the youths of the early...
No, he ain't ripping my shit off, bro. But that does remind me of that old thing, cup check. Walk up, just like smack. That lasted for a while in high school, and then a little bit out of school. And it's just like, stay the fuck away from me, people.
The 1900s were prone to going after men who wore straw hats after September 15th. A man could expect some mockery, but more rambunctious groups might take the hat off his head and stomp it, emulating the stockbroker tradition. This was not really socially acceptable, but that's not exactly unheard of for teens to engage in antisocial behaviour. By 1922...
And now they got knockout game, kick your door in and ditch. I would say ding dong and ditch, but they kick your fucking door in. What other stupid shit they doing now? The Tide Pod was the old one. Now they just shoot up the place. So yeah.
There were a lot of men who didn't really...
Oh yeah, they take over streets, do donuts, hit people with their cars and shit.
Care about Felt Hat Day and would choose their hat for the day based on the weather rather than made up unwritten rules. But, like a woman wearing white to a wedding might incur the wrath of a socially conforming bride, this only emboldened teenagers who saw September 15th as rendering them official permission to basically assault people and destroy straw hats. Some little bastards were apparently afraid there'd be no hats to smash come Felt Hat Day and would get a start a few days early, which led to a riot in Manhattan, New York on the 13th of September 1922. It started when a group of youths roaming around looking for hats to smash encountered a group of dock workers. Drunk on hat smashing, the lads thought the straw hat bedecked dock workers would...
Bro, there's certain people you don't fuck with in their occupation. Dock workers, steel workers, construction workers. There's a couple other I can't fucking think of right now because I'm high. Like firefighters, you don't fuck with firefighters. They're just crazy people. But you don't fuck with those people. It's like finding someone with cauliflower ear. You're probably going to get your ass beat. Especially if you find a group of them. And this is back in the 1920's, dude. You're fucking stupid.
Accept the headpiece hammering as easily as their prior targets. They were wrong. The dock workers fought back. A brawl erupted and soon had traffic backed up on the Manhattan Bridge. Police intervened, had their hats snatched, and made some arrests. But this was not the end. News spread of the violence and more youths took to the streets looking for straw hats, seemingly outraged that anyone would interrupt their sacred tradition. More fights broke out wherever people...
Yeah, the cops sure came in and busted their ass up, throw them in jail. How dare you be disobedient to the flow of society. You can be weird and do your weird shit over there, but as soon as you start disrupting society, you need to go away. Go in the hole. Go in the pit.
Resisted, and the situation escalated until there was reportedly a mob of 1,000 youths prowling the streets, many armed with sticks. Some of the sticks had spikes in them. Several men were hospitalized from beatings over the straw hats, and dozens of teenagers were arrested. Some were brought to court. Some were spanked in the police station by their parents. The straw hat riots went on for several days and were widely reported on in newspapers at the time. So you think that's absurd?
That's fair. You get your ass whooped at the police station in front of everybody, or you go to jail. Yeah, get the belt, Mildred. We gotta beat the shit out of Timmy today. He beat up people with a stick with nails in it.
Do you? Well, it is actually quite mad. I suppose a shirt with a swastika on it could invite some violence today, and perhaps that will be seen as unusual in a few hundred years. But it's not really the same as bashing someone for wearing a hat in the wrong season. But this was an exceptional, out-of-the-ordinary event that spiraled out of control. The cause was still something that's common today. Arbitrary, unwritten, nonsense rules, and still stupid today. It'd be like if a man went on a massive spree killing after his girlfriend argued with him about wearing navy with black. What the hell's wrong with that anyway? Those colours go...
Honestly, in today's world, I feel like that is possible. I 1,000% feel like that's possible in today's world. Oh, that's so fucked up to even think that's possible now. Just because his bitch was bitching at him.
Perfectly
Greatness.
well with one another. Bitch, I'll show you. I'll show all of yous. In defence of fashion-related norms, I have been on the other side of it too. People wearing ratty tracksuits at funerals or stained work pants at weddings. I'm not necessarily expecting a suit, but...
No, you gotta look professional in every situation. But I prefer looking comfortable in every situation. But I'm going to a funeral or a wedding, yeah, I'm going to at least rent a tux, bro. But everywhere else, or court, rent and tux. But I'm going anywhere else, sweatpants, long sleeve shirt, or a little t-shirt, and fucking socks and Crocs. Get out of my face.
surely you can at least dress past the standard of refusal of entry to a pub. And just look at what you've brought to this magnificent video viewing. I worked hard to make this, and you come dressed like a charity shop mannequin in a power outage.
Damn
Show
straight.
some fucking decorum. Dress up nice and I'll let you watch my other videos, which are of a similar style covering other bizarre topics. You can subscribe to see more in the future and join the channel membership to make me less poor. Until next time, stay safe.
That's the goal, bro. Be
monkey
less
business. I am, of course, talking about the Straw Hat Riot of 1922, where there were literally a riot. Wouldn't that be an unusual...
I know this dude's pain, bro. I be saying the wrong shit all the time, pronouncing it wrong all the time, sounding like a retarded baby.
Usual outfit? Wouldn't... But consider the... Fuck. Maybe I'll just start again. Put away that straw hat and start wearing your... September 15th was Felt Hat Day, which marks the end of straw hat season. No, terrible. Nowhere were these traditions more evident than on Wall Street, where...
Well, if you want to hear the rest of the bloopers, I am gonna put a video and tag it in. But that was good. I like it. That was funny, entertaining, and some weird ass history that you don't know about.